Okay, so let's start our block modeling here in 3ds Max. So block modeling is the first phase of the modeling procedures that you will do to start up your modeling project. So the first, block modeling, the first step is just create an object. So as you can see here, there are only 3 steps. So let's create an object, then let's align it to the reference, and then check if all references are aligned to the object, and then let's modify it. Modify meaning resize, rescale, or reform as per the reference. So I'll go back here. So I'll create the object. Let's say here at the front view, I will go and create a cylinder. So I'll just click and drag. There it is. Release the mouse and drag upwards to get the height of the cylinder. I'll just click once to stop creating, and then right click to exit. I'll press W to activate the move tool, and then I'll go down here and type in 0 tab 0 tab 0 to center my object in 3D space. There. So now the object is at the center of 3D space. So that means I can now align my references to the object. Okay, so the object is in 3D space. So the references should now be aligned to it. I'll go to my front view, and then I'll press here W for move tool and start positioning it. So I'll just select the front view here, and then I'll just drag it accordingly. There. I can drag it along here. No, that is fine there. There. So now that it is, now that the front is aligned to my object, there it is, I'll align also the back view. So I'll select the back view, I'll switch to the back view port, and then I'll just drag this here. A little more, just make sure it is the object, it is the viewport that is being, the reference is the one that's being aligned. So next is, I'll just go to the side view here, then I'll select the side view references. I'll select this side, hold control, select the other side also so that it adjusts at the same time. I'll check later on. So this is the left side view being adjusted, and then I'll switch to the right side view. Now I'll select the other side, the reference here. There. Zooming out. So there it is. So the next thing that I will do here is checking side views aligning. Let's go to the top view and then check the top view. I'll select the top view reference here and then position it. And then I'll switch to the bottom view reference, and then just make sure bottom view is aligned. Selecting the bottom view. There. W. So checking all is aligned so far to our object, which is in 3D space. Okay, so next thing is, now I will create the other objects for the other parts of our reference. So I'll go here at the side view. I can shift, click, drag using the move tool. Again, let me repeat that. I'll select this cylinder, hold shift, click and drag along that forward axis, and then I can choose copy, and then I can just press OK, and then from here I can switch to the front view, and then I can hide the other cylinder, and then I can use rescaling, pressing R for the scale tool, and then along this axis here I can resize the object that I have. W for move tool, then reposition, press Z, zoom in selected, there, right? So Alt W, looking at the right side view, I can press R, I can scale it along the x-axis here, W for move, dragging this, pressing R for scale, there. Selecting it, then looking at W for move tool, just making sure, there. So as you can see here, I selected this object and then checking the x-axis, so it's the one that's moving, right? So what I'll do is I'll hold shift and then I'll drag there so that there is a clone here. Then I'll press OK. I'll select this, I'll copy the value, I'll select the other one, and then I'll paste the value here only with a negative sign there. Press enter. So now they are mirrored or at the center. Okay, let me turn on the other cylinder, there. Okay, so next thing is I'll create a box. So I'll just create the box here in the top view. I'll create the box for this portion. I'll click box. I can create here at the top view here. Click and drag. And then I'll just drag to raise up the height. W, Alt X. So move tool, R, scale tool to shorten this. W, R, W, R, there. Going to the front view, checking how wide this is. Oops, I'll type in 0, there. And then I will just press R, I'll scale down. And along here. Okay, so that's the block for the forehand there. Okay, so next thing is here, this side, let's create the housing for the trigger. Still just another block. R for scaling, W, R, W, so let's hold it there. Then W, I'll just check here, pressing R, scale this to fit, and then here W, I'll just hold shift and drag, copy that, E, angle snap, R. So let's scale this. And I'll scale this. Oops, it's getting distorted, but it's all right because that's how it's going to be. Okay, E to rotate there, R scaling it in a little bit, W raise it up. So let's say this is going to be my base object for my model. Okay, so I'll see you on the next lesson.